Welcome to video number 3 of Living Life Outside of Pickup. Today I'm going to talk about what does it mean to be present to life versus being in your head. Imagine if I said to you right now, be present. Are you in your head? Be present. Are you thinking? Be present. Are you here with me? Be present. Imagine if I always did that to you. You would feel like being present is a discipline, that it's a chore. I would say there's nothing in life more blissful than being present. There's nothing I've come across in life that's better than being here and now. Sex, of course, is only great because I am there when I'm there. That's why I said there's nothing more important or nothing more blissful than being here and now. When it comes to being in your head, it's not a bad thing. It's not. Maybe a lot of people say, maybe a lot of even spiritual teachers say, that being in your head is the way that you're going to be in destruction, the way you're going to be in a loop that you can't get out of. And this is right. They do say this, but something they don't tell you is that being in your head is simply okay. Being in your head is not a bad thing. When someone is in their head, they're struggling with what all of humanity struggles with: being away from reality. To be in your head is to trust the past or the future more than you trust reality. That's what it means to be in your head. Is that you simply condition yourself into trusting something that's different. Our whole life has taught us to be in our mind. That if you want to come up with an answer, the answer is here. You want to solve a problem, the answer is here. Don't do this, but you can do it in your mind. Keep your words to yourself. Everything has taught us to retract. Everything has taught us to try to visualize ahead. Everything is always trying to teach us to get away from reality. Being in your head is something that pushes you away from reality. When you're being pushed away from reality, you lose track of what's true. Because when a person is grounded in truth, they're in reality. So to speak, they're here in this moment. I know you guys have heard me many times talk about, in my other videos, about how truth grounds you as a man. But not just as a man, as a person, truth grounds you. Reality grounds you. Truth grounds you. Truth is the avenue into reality. But what doesn't ground you is the mind. You can come up with concepts in the mind to try to ground you, but the mind will never ground you. The mind only flees, the mind only goes, the mind is always moving. But I need you to understand that this is not bad. It's not wrong. It is not bad that the mind is fleeing and going and moving away. And if you're on my subscription list from the video that I put out that's free, you do know that I've recently put out something called Being in Your Head is Okay. If you're not on my subscription list, I suggest that you do, because I put out things there that I don't put out on this channel. And the way you get to that, just to put you in right now, that you go to the description box, you click the link, you see the free video course. It's up to you to see it or not, and you'll be on my email list for the new things that I give out that I don't give out on my channel. But back to being in your head, are you in your head right now? As I'm speaking to you right now, do you find yourself thinking about, what did I do today? Do you find yourself thinking about, okay, why is Tony talking about this and why is the background like this? Whatever you're thinking about, I challenge you to be okay simply with what you're thinking about. Be okay with that thought. Being in your head is not bad. It's only bad when you're not okay with being in your head. I would say being in your head is nothing that's not normal. You're struggling with what I struggle with, what other people struggle with on earth. There's not a person I've met who haven't struggled with being in their head. If you're feeling like you're always in your head, then you need to understand that the only way for you to really come at grace with what's in your head is for you to be okay with what's in your head. And what's crazy is that it's not that you're angry about being in your head or you're frustrated about being in your head. You're frustrated about what you're thinking about that's in your head. You're frustrated about what you thought about or what you feel like would happen in the future. You're angry about something that did happen. Being in your head in itself is not a bad thing, because until you add things like negative thinking, arguments, control, when you add these things like this into the concept or the topic of being in your head, now it becomes, I never want to be in my head. Being in my head is bad, because when I'm in my head, I'm arguing. When I'm in my head, I'm thinking about this thing that this girl did. When I'm in my head, I'm thinking about this thing that my brother did. When you're in your head, you don't like being there simply because of the way you treat yourself in your head, the way that you treat problems in your head. That's why you don't like being in your head. Because being in your head is not bad. It's not wrong. It's what's in there that's making you feel like, fuck, I don't want to be in my head. And the only way for you to really change what's in there is to simply become aware of what's in there. Become aware of it. What I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to do a meditation with you. I'm going to do a little guided meditation with you in this moment. And this is the guided meditation for the battle that happens with the mind and being present. And then I'll do another meditation in this video showing you how to have harmony, how to have grace when your mind wants to race and you want to be present. So you don't have to battle to be present. So you don't have to avoid to be present. So you can just simply become awareness of self while the mind is racing, while the mind is doing this activity. I don't know where you are right now, but what I would like for you to do is just simply become aware of your breath. I don't know if you're walking, I don't know if you're sitting down, whatever you're doing, just become aware of your breath. Now, as you're with your breath, notice that, okay, do I feel weird? Why am I doing this? This is stupid. What am I supposed to do today? I want you to notice those things that come up. Notice how, if you're being in your head right now, while I'm talking, continuously focus on your breath. Notice that if you're being in your head right now as I speak, I just want you to battle. Battle the thoughts. Every single time you feel yourself thinking, just go, do a hard breath. Because when you do the hard breath, what happens is you're going into the battle. You notice yourself there, and then now you want to go into the battle again. Just go into it. Just battle it. And what I mean by battle is come back to the present moment every single time you feel like your awareness has moved back up here and you start thinking. I want you to force yourself back down into your breath or into your dantian, into your lower gut. Force yourself back down with a hard breath. And let that hard breath be what the battle. Let it be you fighting. Because that's actually what happens when someone goes, I don't want to be in my head. They're actually fighting the thoughts. They're fighting. They're trying to go, you know what? I don't want to be in my head. I want to be present. So they go, man, I'm always in my head. Fight. Really. I want you to right now with your breath, fight it. Just every single time, give it a hard breath. As you give it a hard breath, what you'll notice is you're jolting yourself. You're kind of like punching yourself back into the moment. So now as you're punching yourself, it's becoming a discipline. It's becoming a chore. This is the way that you may find it will be the hardest to become present. Because this is the attitude of thinking is bad. Thinking is wrong. I must be present. That's never gotten me anywhere doing that. I remember all the times where I would be sitting there, wanting to be present, and then I would force myself into it like, all right, get back in your body. I'm thinking again, okay, get back in your body. And I would do it with this attitude of, I need to be present. I need to be present. And I would have this attacking attitude. And men who are high achievers, men who are going at life with a lot of ferocity, they tend to do this the most. They tend to have a combative attitude. They tend to want to look at something head on and go, I'm defeating you. Now, as you stay present right now, and as you stay aware right now of the fact that, okay, I am going into the battle, now I want you to understand that the battle will never be won. You will never win the battle simply because you are in opposition. When you're in opposition, you're one-sided. I should be present. I shouldn't be in my head. I should be here means that when I'm there, I'm frustrated because I should be here. You shouldn't be anywhere. You shouldn't want yourself to be anywhere else but here and now with what's happening. Keywords, with what's happening. No more are you in opposition when you are with what's happening. Many of the times you may feel, you know what? I don't want to be in my head. I need to be present because when I'm in my head, I'm less of myself. And when I'm present, I'm more myself. Is this true? Yes. But the realization, the bodily experienced way of being that's going to allow you to live that way is not going to happen through you going like this. And of course, I hear monks and I hear gurus talk about being disciplined. They're not talking about the discipline of combativeness, the discipline of staying with, the discipline of being able to, or wanting to, and being interested in seeing when in a moment you feel like you can't see. The interest to continuously want to see can give you the route to the clarity that you want to go. You can't see in the way you want to see, by always being in combativeness, always wanting to attack it head on. I don't want to be this, I want to be this. I don't want to be not present to the moment, I want to be present to the moment. I don't want to be in my head, I want to be present. It's beautiful that you want to go into presence. You want to be present, because being present is being you. It's great that you want to become more of that which you are. That's great. But you will never become that. You'll never be that by going into combativeness. Never will you ever. Never will you ever. And I speak from experience. Because when someone gets into the spiritual journey, or they start to become not form, and they start to understand that I'm more than just this physical form, this is the next route to chaos for them a lot of the times. This is the next route to mayhem in their mind. Because not only are they not this physical form, they're something else. And what is that something else? And the hard search, the ever-ending obsession for who they are, a lot of times comes with the combative spirit, because they come at the journey with so much ferocity that they're not giving themselves a time to stop and to actually see. They just want to get there, get there, get there. And this is why I say many of the times for high achievers, you will do this, but even those who are getting into what it feels like to be a man that's outside of form, feeling what it's like to be a being, that gives you a transition into what is it like being present then? So being in your head, it's not bad. Being present, what is it? What I would say with being present is simply this. Being present is your natural state. It's your natural way. It's being present. When a person says, I don't want to be in my head, what they're saying at the core of things is, I don't want to be unnatural. I want to be natural. Because one's natural way of being is through this moment. That's the natural way, nature's way. But we're disconnected from it because of all the unnaturalness that we're given in life. So being in your head is not only sparked by thoughts, it's sparked by those things around us. If everything around us was always leading us to being in the moment, we would be more conscious as a whole. But everything is giving us a chance to have distraction. And with all the distractions, it's very difficult for a person to remain present. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. But it can be done. How do I say that? I speak from experience. Most of the day, I would say at least 80% of the day, I am completely present to the moment. It's taken me a long time to be able to do this. It has. Even when I speak to you now, my whole body, I can feel my whole body. I can feel the pain points. I can feel many different things. But it's taken me a while. And as I continue to let go and trust the moment more, because I've learned to trust the moment more than my mind, I continue to trust me, which is the moment. What a great transition, huh? For a person to make, for you to make, for you to want to make. The transition from being completely in chaos to being in the present moment. What a great transition for you to want. Now, I've just taught you about the battle. Now I want to teach you harmony. This will be a guided meditation right now for teaching you how to have harmony at the times where you feel like, I want to just get out of my head. So you don't make the hard jolt shift, like this is a jolt, like from head to moment, but it's the grace, which is the middle pathway. What I want you to do now is I want you to become aware of your breath again. Become aware of the part of yourself that's here and now, no matter if you're aware of it or not. And the only way you'll be able to really know what I mean is if you was to see me in person at a seminar, or if you would come do coaching with me. It's the only way you'll really understand. That's the only way I would be willing to go into depth with you. But go to the part of yourself that's always there and unchanging. And if you don't know where that is, I would say the best place to go to is just your stomach. Go to your lower abdomen and continue to just focus on your breath. From this place, let's say the battle starts. You feel the mind racing. You feel like, man, I want to be in the present moment. My mind is going. If you feel that, what I want you to do is that I want you to simply become aware of the thinking. That's it. Become aware of the activities that's happening. So let the thinking be there. I'm going to use my hands as an example. Let's say that I'm here, but the thinking starts to happen. Allow yourself to be the awareness behind the thinking. So you move your awareness here, and as you remain the awareness underneath the thinking, now the thinking is no longer bad. Because before you had so many judgments around it, you had so many happenings that you were just rolling with it. But when you bring your awareness behind it, when you bring your awareness underneath it, and the awareness, which is you, allows you to see it, then you just go, that's a thought. You acknowledge it. And then the grace happens and you come back. But let's say it goes right back up. Now what you do is just like, boom, I'm thinking, okay, don't try to get away to the present moment. Let it be there. Just become aware of the fact that you're thinking right now. You move your awareness up, the thinking subsides, grace happens. You need to be softer with yourself, softer with the thinking, which means your attitude toward it. It could seem like, you know what I need to do is that I need to attack this. I need to not be like this. I need to be something else. So what I'll do is that I'll continuously be in opposition. I'll continuously fight until I become present. But the fighting, it hardens you. It doesn't allow full energy to be expressed. It doesn't allow awareness. If you're in the battle, if you feel like, I just did that, just become aware that I just did that. You don't need to go, oh man, I just did that. I shouldn't be in the battle. No. Be soft with what's happening. So many times as men, we become very hard to what we need to do. We become very, I need to do this. If I don't do this in this way, I need to be disciplined. I am the epitome of discipline. I am. Before, I would say. Like the discipline was like attack, attack, attack. I was the epitome of discipline, for real. But as I started to go along, I started to notice that that attitude of hardness, that attitude of just having to do this, that's not helping me. Where's the relaxation? Where's the softness? Where's the caressing? Once I started to allow the softness to come in, I start to feel better about being me. I start to feel better in my skin. I start to feel better about being home in myself. So not only is the transition from attacking and having to do this to being in the moment, it's from battle to grace, battle to relaxation, battle to feeling this moment fully. being okay with the fact that the mind will race. The mind will do its activities. The mind will do whatever it's going to do, and I need to just look at it and acknowledge it and just return back. But in a soft way, not in a way where it's like thinking, okay, I got to be in a moment, and just hardening yourself like I used to do. I used to harden because I'm like, I should be here, I should be here. I shouldn't be here, I should be here. That's hard on anybody. And for you, your way through is not going to be through, it's going to be, especially if you're a high achiever, or are you somebody who definitely is very disciplined, and you're somebody who wants to go out in life and have a huge experience, then you need to understand that softness is going to be your balance. It's going to get you back to you. It's going to be able to relax you back into yourself. The transition from head to this moment is from who you think you are to who you actually are. From illusion to reality. From lie to truth. Or misconception, being misled, conditioning to let go, freedom. Allow this transition to happen within you. Every man uniquely has his own path. Every man uniquely has his own way. But the one thing that I see that's the most constant is that if he goes into opposition, he'll never get there. It's only grace, it's only working with, it's only harmony that gives him the chance to come back. No more battling. The battle is over. This guided meditation that I've given you in here, allow yourself to use this. Whenever you feel like you are in your head and you just want to relax from that place and into yourself and into this moment, just do it gently, caressingly, gracefully. Become aware of the thoughts that's happening. Just simply be with and relax into. And as you do that, that process, you're not combating, you're just allowing. And as allowing happens, conditioning starts to undo. Thank you for being here with me today on video number 3 of Living Outside of Pickup. It really gave you a lot of insight into being in your head versus being in the moment and making the smooth transition. If you haven't already, I want you to subscribe to my channel. If you feel like this video gave you a lot of insight and it gave you something to share with other people, go share this. Continuously spread whatever it is that you hear in these videos that I'm giving out, because I only speak that which is flowing through me. I don't know where it comes from, but it flows through me. I don't know if you know by now, but I'm coming to New York City to give a seminar, and I'm coming to Toronto to give a seminar, and I'm also coming to San Francisco to give a seminar. The tickets will be available for New York City next week. In the meantime, if you also follow my pickup videos, what I want you to do is that I want you to go to the description below, because I've made a free course for you if you do want to take it. It's everything from meet to bedroom, what to do when you say hello to the woman, to how do you get her home. That's totally free for you. And if you do sign up for that, you also get into my exclusive list where I send you free content every week, and I also send things giving you updates on me and breakdowns of videos that I've put out. And like I always say, who you are is valuable for that which you want in life and in relation to women. It's just realizing it. I see you tomorrow. Continue to be aware. Continue.